Right.
I get it. Nobody wants to be drowning in mortgage payments.
No.
So that's why we're diving into this conversation between a first-time homebuyer and a real estate expert.
Okay.
19 years of experience.
Wow.
And get this expert says that right now might actually be a good time to buy,
Interesting.
even with the high interest rates.
You know, it's funny because the market right now, it's actually cooled down quite a bit from the frenzy that we saw about a year ago.
Really?
And what that means, less competition, more power for you at the negotiating table.
So fewer bidding wars?
Yeah.
Like a little bit more room to breathe?
Exactly. Imagine being able to, make an offer below asking price.
Wow.
Or ask the seller to cover those closing costs.
Oh,
You might even be able to get them to throw in some extras.
like what?
Like a new fridge, maybe help with some repairs that always come up.
Okay, that does sound pretty good. But those high interest rates,
Right.
they feel like a pretty big elephant in the room.
Yeah.
How can I even know if I can afford those monthly payments?
Well, you're right. Interest rates are a big factor, but remember, they go up, they go down, they're not set in stone.
Okay,
So when they eventually drop, you can always refinance to a lower rate.
I'd say.
In the meantime, think of it this way. Every mortgage payment you make, you're building equity. You're actually increasing the portion of the house that you own. It's like slowly chipping away at the loan, bit by bit.
Right.
Whereas with rent, you're essentially throwing money away every month. Nothing to show for it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. The down payment for a first-time buyer,
Right.
like myself,
Yeah.
coming up with that much cash up front
Yeah.
seems impossible.
This is where things get really interesting, you see. There are actually tons of resources specifically for first-time buyers to help overcome that hurdle.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of FHA loans?
I've heard of them.
Those only require a 3.5% down payment. And depending on where you live, there might be even some state-specific programs or grants for first-time buyers that can lower. Or even sometimes eliminate the down payment altogether.
Like, hold on. Eliminate the down payment entirely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are programs out there that are designed to make homeownership accessible,
Wow.
especially for first-time buyers.
Okay, that's incredible.
Yeah.
But honestly, it sounds kind of overwhelming.
That's where working with an experienced real estate agent can really make all the difference.
Oh.
They can connect you with the right lenders, the right programs. They can guide you through all that paperwork and help you find the perfect home within your budget.
So they're not just there to find me a house.
No.
They're there
Sure.
through the whole process.
A whole thing. They're your advocate.
So they're like a home buying Sherpa,
Exactly.
guiding me up the mountain.
They've been up and down that mountain many times. They know the terrain.
Okay. But wouldn't it be smarter to just wait for interest rates to drop? What if prices keep going up?
That's a valid question. And there's always a chance that prices could increase.
Right.
But remember, real estate is a long-term investment, historically. Homes appreciate in value over time by buying now. You're starting to build that equity. You're starting to gain that stability. Plus, you're not buying at the peak of a hyper-competitive market. So you're much more likely to get a fair price. From the get-go,
Okay.
I once worked with a first-time buyer who was a little hesitant to jump in because of interest rates.
Yeah.
We found a great property in their budget, negotiated a good deal, and helped them access a down payment assistance program.
Wow.
Fast forward 5 years, they've built a substantial amount of equity. They are thrilled that they took the leap when they did.
That's a great story. Puts things in perspective. For our listener out there who is on the fence
Yeah.
about buying their first place, what is the one key takeaway from all of this?
I would say really think about what homeownership could mean for your future. The stability, the potential for financial growth, the pride of owning your own space. It's not just about having a roof over your head. It's about planting roots, investing in yourself.
Yeah, that's a powerful thought. So, listener, when you're weighing this decision, ask yourself, what would it mean for me to have that sense of stability and the opportunity to build long-term wealth through homeownership?
That's a great question.
It is a big question, but we're here to support you on this journey.